every Amazon hack that you have been sold this year is quietly making you poorer. And it's not because the tactics don't work. Some of them actually genuinely do. It's because when you're chasing the next bid trick, your account is bleeding cash in about 5 places that you're not even looking at. And the seller who's running a boring checklist every single morning, that's the one still in business 3 years from now. The hacker usually is out of business. I'm gonna walk you through exact daily, weekly, and monthly routines that actually protects your money. This is the stuff that nobody builds a thumbnail around because it's not sexy, but it is the stuff that's gonna keep you alive. And the reason I can tell you this is I didn't learn at managing other people's ad accounts from the outside. I built and sold my own brand. When it's your own money on the line every day and your own family depending on it, you stop chasing all these tricks and hacks. You start protecting your margin instead. So let me show you 5 leaks we start with every single morning. First thing we're gonna look at is the buy box. Before you touch a single bid, check one thing. Do you still own the buy box on your hero products? Because here's what nobody tells you. Your conversion rate starts tanking. You assume that your ads are broken, so you start cutting things. But you didn't even lose the ad. You lost the buy box to some third-party seller that has 4 units left. And it means that your ads were gonna pay to send traffic to their page. If you even slash those bids, you'd have torched them for no reason. So check the buy box first thing. Next, capped winners. Look at the campaigns that have hit the peak of their budget from yesterday. Go into your ad account right here. You're gonna go through and you're gonna see these daily budgets right here. What I usually like to do is I like to sort these from sales high to low or from spend high to low. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna see this one right here was in at 76% of the time, 30%. Let's see what the ACOS is. 38% for this account is super solid. We need to increase this pretty substantially. So this right here should allow us to be better in budget for the full day today. Now, most sellers see a maxed out budget and they feel good about it, that they saved money. They didn't. A capped winner is not saving spend. It's a campaign that's making you money and you turned it off at lunch. So you raise the cap, you don't celebrate it. All right, the next one is the spend anomalies, okay? You're hunting for one thing. Any single target that spent way more of your budget than it should have been. This is the accidental extra zero on a bid, right? You put $100 rather than $1. And it's the keyword that drains the bank account before you've even finished breakfast. So you gotta catch this daily. What you're gonna do is you're gonna jump in here. SKU Hero does an amazing job of this. And you see certain campaigns. And if there's anything major that you see with really, really bad results. And here's the part that nobody does. Protect your cannot lose targets, okay? You maybe got 5 to 15 keywords that you cannot lose on. The ones that are driving your rank, most of your revenue. Everybody wants automated rules running their whole account, and that's fine in theory, but you carve out those top targets. You put a floor under them, a blanket rule so that you cannot go above or below a certain amount. You judge those by hand, okay? A robot should never be going in to pause the keyword that your whole business is sitting on. So we take the 80-20 rule here. We take the top 20% that are bringing in 80% of the sales and we add them to our top targets. And these right here, we start manually adjusting. I have literally woken up one day and seen that an account was spending a ridiculous amount of money on their account. They were going out and they had accidentally thought they put like 25.00 and they put $2,500 as a bid. And Amazon went out and spent it was like $77 a bid. The most outrageous thing. Now, fortunately, we caught this really, really quick. This was a genuine mistake, but it's something that was real and they were gonna lose a massive amount of money on. The reason that this morning routine matters so much is because it takes 10 minutes. It's just 10 minutes. Stop all these leaks before they become a flood. The flashy seller skips it. I promise you, they're always looking for the next hack. The operator never does. These are the boring things that build the momentum. So now, once a week, you're gonna go a layer deeper. And the single highest leverage thing you can do is treat your search terms as a matched pair, okay? So on one side, you block. You find the search terms that spent money and brought you absolutely nothing. You negative them out, you pull back, you do all that stuff, right? On the other side, you harvest them, okay? So you take the terms that are actually converting and you promote them out of your auto campaigns, your broad, your phrase, put them into exact, potentially into a phrase, potentially into a broad. And then you negative them their discovery campaigns if necessary. Because if you don't do this, you're literally bidding against yourself, but you wanna make sure that you're actually winning on the things that you already know you're winning on. This is free money. So what I'll do here is I go into a company like this, and this is my harvesting. And I can see, yes, I already have this from an exact. So most companies will not actually show this. Most softwares, most agencies don't actually show this stuff. This needs to be single keyword executive, 328 keywords. You've got a broad potential. You got a 43% ACOS on that specific term, and you're doing really, really well. You continue to go through this. I'm like 328 orders. This is over the last 30 days. This is absolutely insane. Then you go down the list and you see all these other opportunities. All these boxes right here are pretty much opportunities of where you can win. Now be cautious, right? Because at a 95% ACOS, this one's not likely to do well. This one at 181%, you may want to do the opposite of what we've been doing. You may want to start pulling back on these bids. So you want to go in, block these losers, promote these winners, put them into a single keyword exact, a phrase, a broad, all the different areas that you can start winning in. That one habit does more for your ACOS than any new bidding strategy that you'll ever buy. Promise you that. Now, there's a number underneath all of this that most sellers never connect. Your organic rank. Okay. Every week you tie your ad rank to your organic rank on the track keywords. Here's why that's the whole game. If your paid position is climbing but your organic position isn't following it, your flywheel is actually not turning on. You're not building anything, you're renting sales, you're paying Amazon. This is not the ideal of this. Amazon's system works ads and organic pushed together, conversion rate and velocity. Google, SEO, and ads, they don't talk to each other. They're two completely different companies that don't even talk. The whole point of paying for the traffic is to earn free traffic underneath this, right? If it's not free traffic that you're going to gain underneath it, then you're going to continue to have to pay, which means it has to be massively profitable. And while you're in there, into your account, deep in, Amazon mismeasurements of box dimensions all the time. Okay, they're always doing this stuff. They bump your product into a higher fulfillment tier and you overpay on every single unit that you're selling. Just audit this weekly, go through and just see, have your fees changed? Does anything happen? This is potentially hundreds of dollars that you could be missing out on. Another thing that you want to be checking on a weekly basis is check through your reviews. How have your reviews changed? How have different factors changed? One thing that's super cool with this right here when you're going through the keyword tracking is you can see all these different data pieces. So you can see the coupons, the deals, the badges. You can see all this stuff for the competitors, for your own products. And so you can start to see on this, like for this specific keyword, you'll see we're ranking number 1 in it. But why are other people ranking number 2, 3, 4, 5? And you can start to see, did they start running a deal and they started gaining rank? Did they lower their price? Did their reviews go up and ours went down? You can start to look through all these different factors and see if it's actually worth going after. Now to the monthly side. You stop looking at the account and you start looking at each product. This is where real money hides. Net margin by SKU, not just blended. Yes, we want to look at the blended, but we also want to look more granular than that. Each product, after ads, after fees, after storage, after freight, after returns, because somewhere in your catalog is a product that sells great, has a big top line number, but makes you feel successful, and it's losing you money. I see this all the time. I don't know why I can't make any money on Amazon. It only shows you the sales. So you got to build a real profit loss sheet by product when you find this. Every month, file your reimbursement cases, the lost units, the damaged inventory, the fee overcharges. Don't just spot them and move on. File them, track them. It's real money that comes back. It's a total pain. Message me. I'll send you a contact that will get white glove service for the most reasonable price. I've shopped everyone around. It's real money that comes back into your bank account. It's not just some nonsense. All right, so here's what the whole routine comes down to. The hacker looks at the top line, the big sales numbers, the spikes, and the spikes that feel amazing right up until the day the business goes under. Because the whole time the bottom was silently falling out. Follow these steps that I talk about. The operator that looks at the margin every morning, every week, every month, the boring, repetitive task that you have to do. 3 years later, you're excited because you're still standing, you're still profitable, you're still in control. And the reason I'm telling you all this stuff is because I've watched both sides of this happen. The unsexy checklist wins, I promise you, every time. Now, if you're sitting there realizing your routine has a bunch of holes in it, you don't have all this routine, and honestly, you don't have time for it, at Revive, we run the rhythms of better for you brands, CPG brands on Amazon. So the leaks get caught and the margin stays yours. If you want us to take a look at your account and show you where your cash actually is going, book a call with us. Links right below in this video. No pitch, no pressure, just an operator's read on your numbers. I'll see you in the next one.